Well, hey guys, welcome to Hilltop Machine Works. I am Tom. Come on in. Well, what you're looking at here is we got some drops in. Got this from an eBay seller called Pink Wrestler. So if you need some drops, check him out. He's selling a whole bunch of stuff, and shipping was real reasonable. Saved me from having to go over to the scrap metal place, because we can finish up making these, right? And I didn't want to make them out of 4140 anymore, because I realized how expensive it is to replace it. So I just wanted some 1018. He had 4 drops that are a little 3-inch in diameter, perfect diameter, and I don't know, a little over 1 inch. So got a little bit of turning to turn down. And he also had some 4140. He had these 3 pieces here. I'm getting framed there. And they're 2-inch, so not bad, since I was able to pick these up pretty cheap and throw them in the same box and not cost any additional shipping. So I thought that was cool. So check out the Pink Wrestler on eBay if you need some stuff. So let's get over to the lathe and turn 2 more of these down, and we're getting close to wrapping this project up. Alright, let's get some 1018 face. What do you think, guys? Just manually feed it. Bad thing on this blade is I don't have a carriage lock on her, so it walked on me a little bit. I'm going to turn it back to 25 thou. Turn her around. Alrighty. Like a 25 thou again on this side, and then we'll get a measurement. So just hand feeding again. Got you moved in a little closer, so hopefully the shots look better. Set up over the Inco, got it spaced out. So this will be the top. What we'll do is just chew this down here, since my carriage doesn't want to lock on my Monarch. She wants to move, so some heavy facing cuts, you know, it's wandering on me. So we'll just do it down here. We've only got 2 more to go. So let's see how this 1018 acts. Probably gonna be all squirrely, but you know, hey, such is life. He's taking 25 off at a time, so 50 thou total. See if the chips are want to break or not. Yeah, a little bit. A little longer than I'd like. Running about 337 RPMs. I have to check my feed right here. That's breaking okay. Alright, I'm gonna keep chewing away at this. I'll bring you back when I get close. Should be a final dimension pass here. See what we got. 981. I'm shooting for 980. Tad bit big. Let's see if that bearing will fit pretty fast. Might have to skim it. It's gonna be, yep, there you go. I'll take it. Get it off. Alrighty, now we need to take this dimension from this face to this face. This needs to be 575, and I think we're a little bit large. see what we got. I'll just use some calipers. It doesn't have to be super duper precise. And we're at 725. So I got 150 to take down off this face here. Just gonna feed this in by hand, slowly chew it down here. Trimming the big face now. Alright, let's see what we did. I said 5. So I went in 5 here so I could go in 5 and clean that face up. So let's hope she worked the way I wanted her to work. Alrighty, well, I was shooting for 575 and we got 576. Hopefully the light ain't blowing that out. So nice. Alright, let's bore a hole. Alright, slow the speed down. Center driller. That drill bit of a fighting chance, try to shoot straight, don't wander off. Alrighty. Had to turn the fans on, a little warm out here today, about 80 degrees, sun shining. 4th of May, I think. So, looks like spring is here. Let's see what kind of depth we got. 0 there on 0. I like it. Okie dokie. Let's put a hole in her. Going to about half an inch of depth, 0.500. Give her some love, liquid love, as Tom Lipton says. $400,000. $450. $500. All right. Sorry about that. My hand will hit you. Get the drill bit out, and we'll put lathe bit up. Man, I got too much going on here. Put my end mill in so we can clean the bottom out. Thank you. I hadn't had lunch, so can you tell? Need to go inside and grab me some nutrients here. We'll get this knocked out, and then I'll have some lunch. See where we're at. Roller is 30 thou thick. So 0U. And we'll go in an extra 30. Almost there at 5. Gotta go to 30 for the roller depth. Alright, we're there. Cool beans. Now let's get the boring bar set up, and we'll get the bore done to the dimension we need. Alright, I'm checking the measurements on the bore, and I thought we'd do a short little discussion on different tools and instruments to measure this thing. For holes under an inch, reason why I like gauge pins so much is because of the accuracy. So we're shooting for 529. This is a 528 minus gauge pin, which means it's just going to be a smidgen under 528. All right, so yeah, you can see that. So we're at 527 and 9/10. So I should reading 528 there. I checked the mic, the gauge block. Well, she's actually at 528. So, all right, well, we'll go with that. So 528 pin. I mean, we can just work her in. I mean, really, really snug if I push it. All right. So then you can check it with inside mic. And doing that, you can see I can read it and I can get my head in the way here. So looks like 528 and a half. And then if we do the old telescoping gauges, do the insert, snug, and then tilt method. We get, we're getting 530. So this is reading large. There's 529 and 530. Check it again. So far the telescoping gauge and the inside mic both are reading larger than what the gauge pins read, or showed us, should I say. So didn't like it. Come on, baby. There you go. And let's do it again. So if you're really going for a precision measurement, a lot of times the gauge pins are the way to go. So now we're getting 529 and 4.5 tenths. So we're still off by about almost a whole thou using this, and about a half a thou using this method. So just something to think about when you're using this stuff, that you know, you can't have the error. So like I said, if you're looking for a really tight, she's at 528 and almost a press fit. I can barely get it, just barely get it in. So, and then a 529 pin, which, let's see what she reads at. So 529 pin reading at 528 and 9 tenths, because it's a minus pin, so just shouldn't read anything larger than 529. So, and it definitely won't go in. So the telescoping gauge had the largest amount of error. Interesting. So anyways, I thought I'd mention that to you guys. Let me just skim this out a smidgen more, and this one will be done. I'll knock the last one off camera, and then I'll bring you guys back. Well, these are all knocked out. Let's see if I can get in frame a little bit. There you go, I'll get down anything. So anyways, here they are. Let me bring them in a little closer. So, all done. Cleaned them up. I left the top parts just a little bit rough. That way it'd give it a little more gripping surface. You know, I figured if I machined it nice and smooth, then, you know, it's almost would be not conducive, because then it want to slide off easier. So that way, you know, a rough surface would help if a machine foot is sitting on top of it. Thought about just throwing some black paint on it and calling it done, but I'm not sure how durable that would be. So I figured, what the heck, let's break out this. This is a tool black kit I purchased from KBC a while back when they had it on sale. Haven't used it yet, so figured, what the heck, let's give this a try, and I figured we'll bring you guys along and see how well it works. Obviously it's going to look different, because two of these are 1018 and two of these are 4140, but hopefully this kit will still give them, both of them, a good durable surface. So let me read the directions and get everything set up, and we'll get some color and protect it on these things. Alright, just finished reading the directions. So basically what you do is you use this cleaner and degreaser to clean your parts with, and I got it in a spray bottle, diluted it, half water, half cleaner. So spray these parts down, then you go and clean them with water, get all the residual residue and everything off so they're nice and clean, 100%. Then we are going to fill this tray up. We'll dip them in the tray. It says to do it for about up to 60 seconds. I guess color changes. The darker you want, the better. And then we'll take these out. rinse them off with water, and then spray them down with this preventative. I guess it kind of helps seals and keeps it looking brand new. So anyways, let's get started, and let me move you over here so I can let this stuff just get you in frame here. Let me get down, because we are going to just spray these down here. Just cheap spray bottles. Alrighty, here's one. Guess I can kind of work it in a little bit. What do you think? Cleanliness is next to godliness on this stuff, I'd imagine. Cleaned them up prior with some acetone, so they should be good, but we'll use the stuff that came in the kit just to make sure we get 100% adhesion. Alrighty, let me go over to the sink and wash these off. Alright, they are degreased and rinsed off. So now, let's soak these babies and get some color on here. So I can put them over here. Too black. It says you can use like a brush or a sponge too. We're just going to soak them in the pan. Make it easy breezy, and I'll just pour this back in and save it. See how tall I gotta get one of these babies up here. Oh cool, look at it go. Wow, that turned black fast. Yeah. I guess I can get that over here. You can see that. My goodness, cool. I wonder which one this is, the steel or the 4140. Trying to get the top of the pad. Roll it around, give it another 15 seconds or so. It reacted quickly, and this might be as dark as she's going to get. There she is. Let's give it number 2. Poosh. This looks like it's the 4140 here. Enough room to do 2 at a time. Yeah, there you go. Well, the health number on this is a number 2. I guess maybe I probably should put some rubber gloves on, be on the safe side. It's not a 4, so at least I know my fingers ain't rotting off. Alright, okay, let's get this one out. But if you're supposed to sponge it on, didn't mention anything about using gloves. And get that one in, we'll get this one in. Push this one out. Alrighty, I think we're there. It's off my hands. Zoom in, see what you guys think. Pretty cool. So let me go rinse these off and we'll spray that preventive on it and see if we got us a winner. Alrighty, so they are blackened, washed off, dried. It said to blow them off with forced air, so just blew them with some compressed air, and now we'll put this prevent on them. Rust inhibitor and lubricant. So let's see. Well, I'm just gonna have to get on in here, ain't I? Alrighty, let's do it upside down. Will she stay? Nope, she's too top heavy. Alrighty, we'll do you that way then. Hope I ain't boring you guys, but we're almost done here. So, cool. Alright. I guess this is just going to eventually dry. Alright, cool beans. Let me bring you in a little bit and get some light on it. Check them out. Well, there they are. They're pretty much dry. Hopefully you guys can see them pretty good. This one here got a little bit of spotting, but the other three came out really nice. So overall pretty pleased with it. So there you go. Nice and smooth on the bearing. Protected with that tool black. I think this will be a nice extra feature if you need this feature. So the only thing left is to put a piece of rebar in the front, like a rebar handle. But I think I'm going to wait on that right now and just call this project done, because I want to use that new Swag Off-Road finger press brake kit that I got, and I need to put it together first so I can use it. That way I can bend it and get these angles so this piece fits nice and tight, instead of just getting a piece of rebar, heating it up on an oxyacetylene torch, and then just kind of bending it and not getting my radiuses right, and you know, it kind of looks all jacked up. I don't want it to look nice. So we're going to wait on the handle and just call these done for now. So anyways, hey guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate you giving me thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. That way I know you're out there. And remember, if you get a chance, go to your local animal shelter. Get you a new best friend. Get you a shop dog. You'll be glad you did. Hey, we'll see you on the next one.